All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you everyone for coming tonight. To begin the meeting, we're going to have the festival, the Osceola Music Festival, King and Queen, introduce themselves, and then we have plaques and medallions, I believe, for them, correct? Would you like to introduce them?
So if I could have Younger and Mia come on up. This is Gunnar Whitmer. He's been our king this year. And this is Mia Jurgensen. They wrote a wonderful essay about the town of Osceola, and that's how they were selected king and queen. And they have reigned for the year. They've been our king and queen last August at the music festival, and they rode into town with Santa when we had our tree lighting. So we've had an eventful year, and we really appreciate it. And at this time, we'd like to present you with. You want me to go ahead and do these?
You can, and I can do it.
Okay. Oh, girls first. Let's do Mia first. We have a little plaque for you to keep, and one for you.
Thank you.
And we also have this. There you are. So you can see them right into town on Memorial Day in the parade. I think that's it, huh?
Thank you, King and Queen.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. We appreciate all that participate in the festival and the essays that are written for that. And you guys are welcome to stay for the meeting, or if you'd like to leave, it's up to you guys. So feel free to stick around if you want.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any additions or changes to the agenda?
I have one.
Additional? Seeing none, is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
A motion to adopt the agenda is first.
I second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Consent agenda items. Madam Clerk, would you like to go over those items?
Yes. If it's okay, I'm going to lump all the minutes of the meetings together as one. So we have meeting minutes from February 10th, February 2nd, February 16th, and April 7th to offer to council. The APVs from January have been read previously. February's were not read to you at $23,275.38. Payroll as a total was $32,052.43. APVs from March, 1st through the 31st, were $62,459.60. Payrolls through the month of March were $30,777.40. And the bank rec in the statements, and I also ask for approval for the AFR.
Any questions regarding the consent agenda?
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Appreciate all the work the clerk treasurer has done on getting all of that straightened out to begin the year, or I guess close out the year and then begin the year. Town attorney items. I don't believe we have anything from him. Nothing from our financial advisor. Department reports. Police.
I don't know, you can tell on there our uptick in our traffic stops. As a matter of fact, in the last month, we did more in the last month than we have all year. Obviously, the warmer weather's come and people seem to forget what the speed limit is and that they can't use the right side of the road to pass people and stop signs and things, and we've had an uptick in that. We've got the one vehicle's tires repaired, changed, and then we got the brakes changed on the one vehicle. We still have the one that's down. I completed the training a couple weeks ago for emergency vehicle operations, so we now have a emergency vehicle instructor, we have a firearms instructor. The next thing that I'd like to add, when available and able, is a defensive tactics instructor. And so then we'll have pretty much an instructor for all the motor skills that are required to be trained by us in-house, should we need to rely on that.
The training went well.
Yeah. Right on, yeah.
Streets.
Not really much going on. Winter's done. We got everything de-winterized and started our spring program. Already started on the park, and of course now mowing season. And been working with Keegan on some code stuff. That's been going pretty well. And other than that, I'm just glad winter's done.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have some small return of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything from code?
Yeah, just been staying in the routine of consistently getting letters and fines if necessary sent out and staying on top of things, making sure stuff's getting cleaned up. That's about it.
Sounds good. Clerk treasurer, anything?
Nothing. No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Is there a motion regarding department reports?
I motion to accept the department reports.
All those in or I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next we have the CCMG bid approval. So this was discussed at our bid opening meeting, and now we're kind of doing the final approval.
Right. So due to funding that they were able to allow to the town, we had to scale back some of the paving. Or there's just no way we could have afforded it. So we're gonna drop down, if we remove the two roads of Beach and 3rd for the time being, that would leave Milestone's bid at $348,191.50. Reith Riley will have the lowest bid at $333,989.17.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we couldn't do more of the paving, but given the limitations on what the state funding is providing, I think
Something's better than nothing, huh?
for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
We were lucky to get a second
Yeah.
chance.
It
Yeah.
sounds like.
I agree.
So, all in all, it's costing us like a third overall, but we will still be paving 4 streets. So per NDOT regulation, we have to take the lowest bid, so Reith and Riley,
So is there a motion for Reith Riley at $333,989.17?
Make a motion to accept the bid.
I'll second it. All those in favor? Aye. New business. Ordinance 01-2026.
this is just due to some changes in legislation. It's just formality to bring us into accordance for using our promotional expense account for purchases, travel, meals, trainings, those instances, anything that is in the goodwill for the town. So I ask for approval for that from council.
I'll make a motion, we accept ordinance 01-2026.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Then we have a invoice that I believe we already approved his working on the press box. over
Yeah,
the
it
parks,
just
take it
came
down,
in higher.
and then now we just have the final billing for it, which was $4,430. I think we can probably just approve all of these quotes / invoices together individually.
No, I think we can. You want to do the, well, the international's been sitting there taken apart. I mean, that's a chunk, but it's got to be done.
So then we got the truck repair for the 2019 street department truck for $19,063.32. The police department 2016 Explorer do we still have to decide between Wise Choice or what's the 1600
Wise
versus
Choice
2200?
is, one was just like the premium and one was like the better.
Right, one was changing filters and some other stuff in there, and Wise Choice came in slightly higher than Zolan's because of that.
It's the same, it's just better,
So which one we're going with?
higher
I'm sorry?
Going
parts.
with the high one?
This is like the minimum,
They're both from Wise Choice.
yeah.
Was there an opinion?
Maybe there wasn't one from Zolman on this one, my apologies. Yeah, we just took it to Wise Choice. I think Zolman was the one that told, no, Zolman wasn't the one that told us about it. No, I'm just getting confused because we have a couple issues with brakes.
Was there an opinion on one or the other?
Whatever you prefer.
And the car's
I don't
10 years
have a
old, you want
preference.
to put $2,200 price in it or
Well,
something.
didn't the higher bid have the transmission change in that? Fluid change?
The transmission?
You want to have a fluid change up on it? What was on the
They both
brakes?
have brake fluid.
Not remember another invoice is crazy to me.
Yeah, there's been several.
The next page is all optional.
And I did
Just
forget,
This isn't that.
and just because we're on vehicles, I just want, I made a call to Dodge about our two that we have. I'm trying to get the one repaired at no cost to us.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the warranty extended on our 24 past the 36, so I'm waiting on a call back for that. So I did fail to mention that since we brought up repairs.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would probably just go with the lower one.
Yeah.
So we'll go with the 1613 on that one. And then we've got the invoice for repairs on the 2021 Durango of $3,458.64. That repair has already been done, correct?
Yes.
And then the invoice for the 2016 of $2,422.66. That was, what was that again?
That was a little red. That was the door hatch was
Oh, that's right.
fused because of the salt.
Yeah, there was a few issues with the truck, including the plow and brackets, and it was getting stuck where it just wouldn't move. So there was a few issues with it.
Any questions regarding the buy quotes / invoices?
Those transmissions are just
this transition service on the street department truck.
Yeah.
That's probably the one you might be thinking about then. Is there a motion for?
I'll make a motion to accept the quotes and bids.
I will second that. All those in favor? Aye. All right, we'll now open up for public comment. If you'd like to come to the podium, state your name and address, and you can address the council.
Hi, Laura Reynolds here for Baskin. I've come with great news. I'm not here to lose my mind tonight, so just a heads up. SRM has come a long way. The concrete company, I've got a few hiccups with them over odds and ends and driving on our county roads. That got taken care of. The noise is cut back 1,000%. The old machines are gone. The temporary machines are gone. They've ripped all that out of there finally. They've built massive towers, big new things, so the noise seems to be to a minimum now, and the dust seems to be to a minimum now. 1,000% complete improvement as far as that goes. Now the issues I'm running into, they're not major. It's not anything to lose my mind over. That's why I'm here tonight instead of calling and keep reporting them. I'm tired of talking to the state EPA. I'm just going to come to you folks, and if you guys don't want to handle it, I will handle it. But I'd rather you guys do it. Two issues. Code. They put stadium lights on top of that big tower. Okay. Now those stadium lights are not covered. And the first day they turned them on was on my birthday on March 20th. I woke up to my house lit up like a Christmas tree. It lights up my whole neighborhood. All of the county right there, it's like it's daytime now, all night long, okay? That we can't have. I absolutely need them to take them down, shield them, bring them to ground level, do something different with that. I don't want to make a big stink about it. I'd asked them already. They said they would stop using them. I told them to address it somehow, to if you want to continue to use them, cover them, drop them, do whatever you want. Well, they didn't. They stopped using them for about a week and a half, and then they kicked them on again last week at one point in time for a few days. As the summer comes along, it's going to get warmer out and lighter out sooner, but still the point being is those literally, I have pictures and videos, it is complete daytime now when they turn those on. So that needs to be addressed. There again, because it's trespassing into our house, we have no darkness, no privacy, no nothing now. So that's just a small issue. And then the other thing would be the illegal dumping that they're doing with their concrete into the ground, which is illegal. They are dumping, at first it was just they built a wash bay directly in front of our home, which is our well is directly right there at the corner of our home. I had EPA out there for that a week or two ago to deal with that. But I noticed the other day when I had my granddaughter over, we were riding bicycles, and I could hear something. So we had stopped, and I witnessed and watched their concrete trucks dumping what was left in their, the big, I don't know what you call them, the trucks themselves. They were dumping it straight onto the ground, what was left in it, just pouring it onto the ground. So yesterday I walked over onto the other property, not their property, and I seen in the back, and I have videos of it, where all the concrete is being left. It's hardening, and it's been piles, and it's just kind of laying everywhere, and that's a no-no. So I don't know if you guys want to take care of that and let them know, or if you just want me to call and report to the EPA again, because I can. But if you guys want to handle it yourselves and keep it in-house, that's up to you guys. I do want to make you very well aware that that is 1,000% illegal. They're not putting it in anything. They're not retaining it. It's right next to the farmer's field and next to all of our properties. And so that's the other issue, just that. There again, if you guys want to handle it, that'd be amazing, because I am so exhausted. I'm tired, and I just don't want to fight anymore. So that's why I'm here. I'm super happy with what they built a retaining wall, which is super nice, which is going to help keep away a lot of the commotion too as well. So I'm grateful for that as well. So like I said, they've turned 1,000%. The traffic is no longer insane anymore due to they've made it not a complete drive-through and chaos and nonsense. It's calmed down 1,000% when it comes to, like I said, the dust, the noise, the traffic, the chaos. I just need to have these stadium lights dealt with immediately. And then we need to get on that whole dumping the concrete on the ground. They cannot do that. That's, yeah, so that's it. That's what I got.
Did the EPA get back with you about?
I only contacted them about the wash bay that they built in front of my home. Because just a heads up, SRM, and I have cameras, okay? I have a Blink system, which everything goes to my cloud. And I have lots of cameras outside on my property everywhere. They like to lie. When they were driving on my road on Basswood all day long with all that cement and the boulders and the big front loaders, then when the police came, they tried to say they weren't doing it. But yet their tracks and all their gravel and all my Blink video footage proves and shows that they do what they're saying they're not. So there again, I don't know if they lied to the EPA, say they weren't doing washing it, but I have videos of that. I have videos of everything. Everything they do is literally on all my camera footage. So there again, I don't know if they lied to the EPA. I'm waiting to hear back from Paul with the state. I have his personal number. We deal with each other all the time now because of that company. But I have not spoke to him yet on what he found or what he didn't, but I did not report the dumping of the concrete from the trucks because I didn't know that at the time. I didn't see it. I just saw that like 3 days ago. It was brought, like I said, I could hear something out there and I was like, it's like later. It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I thought the company was already closed, but there was one truck left there. So like I said, my granddaughter and I noticed it out in the back. We're like, so I went the next day and I walked back there and sure as not, they're dumping piles of concrete back there in the back of the property. So that's just a no-no. So if you guys want to address that as well, because that's in your city to begin with, but there again, us as residents and the farmer, I'm sure he doesn't want none of that seeping into his ground. That's a big no-no. The alkaline and all the silica and the concrete's a big no-no. So
Yep.
okay, but yeah, I come here in peace today.
Well, appreciate it. Appreciate the report.
So yeah, other than that, like I said, they've spun it around big time. I'm
Great.
super grateful for how
That's
they
good to
turned it
hear.
around and put all the new equipment in. And they're still building it as well. They're still boxing it in. I guess they're going to enclose all of that stuff there as well too to make it even more efficient and quieter as well. So I'm grateful for that too. So.
That's
Okay.
good. Good to hear.
So you guys want to handle the whole concrete dumping and stuff? I don't got to report them to the EPA. You guys will take care
I
of
mean,
it?
we'll definitely make sure that they're in compliance with
Yeah.
Great.
sure.
And then them stadium lights
Lights as well,
on
yeah.
it right away.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great. Okay, that's all I've got then, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You ready? Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, my name's Mary Long. I live at 1002 the Store around the corner. I was here last fall about a cat issue. I came back tonight to kind of follow up. I have two issues. I wanted to kind of double check about the ordinance regarding the couple on the corner of Woodland Beach, Vic and Carroll, about their compliance or not compliance. And then I wanted to kind of fill you in as neighbors what we have done at our end. So first I kind of asked, I don't know if you know anything about the ordinance, if it was presented to them that they're in non-compliance, if they ever did get their 3 cats spayed or neutered, which they have it.
They got all the information. It was the Humane Society was supposed to get that taken care of, and then they were on vacation or something. That fell on Humane Society. I can go back and check with them.
Okay. I can tell you as of this date, they did not. I was at Neon Mission last week getting tracks. I tracked this weekend. David's there now picking up cats, and she told me I'm the only one in Osceola trapping cats. So this tells me either your city, our city, is very wealthy, and you can afford the 300 plus at private vets, or we do have kittens, and if the kittens have kittens, they are either dumped, stuck in the closet, foisted on friends or neighbors, so you can choose your solution. But she again reiterated, she's a scheduler. She told me, you're the only one in Osceola that comes in here with cats, and Neon Mission helps. You know, I pay them $85, and a vet charges $300 plus.
Wow.
So they're big savings. Okay, so you'll follow up with Humane Society on that?
Absolutely.
Okay, our neighbors have been tremendous. We have good people here in Osceola. I hope you know that. We got involved, as you all know my story, last July, blah, 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 with Mama Kitten, Baby Kitten starting. Other than that, we would have never got involved. We had 8 kittens last summer that we socialized and found homes for off the street. They all went to homes. The owners taking full responsibility financially to spay, neuter, worm, and have the mites taken care of on these cats. Okay, so we kind of thought we were done. No, we weren't done. We had more cats coming out, 6 to 9 more adult cats coming out. We had 4 more kittens come out. We were now into October, November, when the weather started to turn. We did not have the time to socialize them. So they had to be wintered over out in our little compound, which the neighbor Sheila, which is the second house from Beach, she allows us to have a little campgrounds on the back. It's a little tarp and some boxes and pallets. She was kind enough, the 2 ginger cats, she kept in her garage all winter to keep them started. Kept the door up. So the stories, if you hear of Vic and Carol with the house that sits out there, you can't fit 22 cats in that house, I'm sorry. Okay. You can walk Sheila's property anytime we have. There's 2 sheds. Under the one shed is all dug out with the mama cats, the baby cats. There's big tunnels, maybe like coyote or fox or something, and it goes under their fences and their properties. And so some of the cats hide out in there. So that's kind of where they winter over or they winter off the property. Okay, so we had 4 cats die on the road, 1 kitten and 3 adults. The neighbors took care of those deceased cats. We don't call the city to pick them up. Somehow the bodies are, it's on Facebook, it's spread through the neighborhood, and those bodies are taken care of. So this year we are looking at possibly 6 to 9 cats. This weekend we trapped 3 kittens. We got our 3 kittens from last year, leaving 1 out there. 2 males and 1 female. Okay, we think we have a home for 1. We have maybe 6 to 9 adult cats. At this point, us neighbors have taken the financial cost of $85 times 6 cats, 6 kittens to spay and neuter. We have at least 6 more to do, so times 85 times 6. We have no more money. We are running at maybe $85 a month. Stephanie per 85B and another gentleman that business fee to feed these cats. You can see Vic and Carol are not feeding all these cats. So, or some of them did, I assume. But anyway, so if I can find some money, which is why I'm here, do you have any type of fund to spay or neuter 6 cats times $85? And I can bring you a receipt from the Amish.
I don't think we have any funds specifically for something like that. It's something that we can discuss potentially with the Humane Society about what the options are there.
Okay.
But
I am going to try to look for grants, spread my network wider, ask friends, what can we do here? I was told a 50-50 raffle was illegal by my accountant, and I could go to jail. But I've since heard that some nurses are having their annual luncheon in a church, and they're doing 50-50 raffles every month, and getting away with it for years. So I don't know. Being like, I would do the 50-50 raffle, and whatever I got, half would go to that person, the other half would go to, we're talking $200 maybe, and other half would go to spay 1 cat regular. So anyway, I'm looking at least 6 more cats to spay and neuter, and we'll continue to try to adopt some out. I don't know. My neighbor is going to continue to socialize. So that's kind of where we're at. 2 of the cats that we neutered last fall, the 2 males took off. That's fine, because wherever they go, they will not reproduce. I did not expect that. The 1 female Tori stayed, and she's beautiful. She's very elegant. She's beautiful. So there was 1 colony in South Bend that has 20 cats roaming in the alleys. The people are kind of picking away and helping spay or neuter 1 at a time and take them 1 at a time. Our colony overall may have almost caught up with it, but so we're going to do what we can this year. We're very more knowledgeable. If you have any ideas, if you can light a fire under Vic and Carol, I appreciate it. We've worked with the Humane Society. They have my documentation. They've been very good. They're wonderful organization. In fact, they took a couple of the kittens for us that were very well socialized and went on their Facebook that month to be adopted. So these 9 kittens were excellent quality, excellent house cats. We adopted 2 down the road to a couple. Excellent. So anyway, thank you for letting me come. I won't be here anymore, everyone bugging you. Is there an email address or some way I can get some feedback from you? Or
Yeah, I'll give you a card.
Okay, good. I'll wait till after the meeting. So, my goal is to temper down. Beyond Mission tells me if you get the cat spayed and neutered, that's it. You can't, feeding them is nothing. You've got to get those numbers down, as we found last summer. Some of the moms had 2 litters. That's 8 kittens from 1 cat. 1 year. So, I don't know if this happens all over Osceola. I only know where it happens on my road, and that's all that interests me. But if you spread the word, Meow Mission will work with anybody. They're on the webpage. Just go into the link and go, scroll down, and you'll find help with adoptions, whatever. They're a wonderful organization. And if worse comes to worse and you have no money, if you're a hardship case, they will probably take it.
Very nice.
But they don't do pets. It's only outdoor cats, free roaming cats. It's not pets. So, that's my case, and thank you for listening.
Well, appreciate all the work that you've done.
Oh, thank you so
and
much.
Trying to deal with it. Any other public comment? Is there a motion to close public comment?
I make a motion to close public comments.
Second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Announcements. I don't think we've got any announcements right now.
Something that came up earlier today is they do desperately need people to work the polls on May 5th. So if anybody has time, anybody listening to a recording, they really need people to work the polls on May 5th. So that's my announcement.
It's a new experience. I've not done before.
It is.
It is a long day, but
It is.
they've also increased the pay drastically over the last few years. So, I mean, it's still not a ton, but it's much better than it was when I first started, which I think was like $30 or something.
Yeah. Something
For a
like
day?
that.
Yeah.
35, 50 at
Yeah.
tops.
But it's also just a neat experience because you get
It's very fulfilling.
put somewhere and you see new people and interact with them.
I put it on the Facebook as well. So 170 for a judge, 160 for a sheriff, and 160 for a clerk.
Yeah, it is a lot more. Yeah.
You see, you could go do it again now.
I typically do work the polls, so.
How many years ago was that?
Yeah, that was probably, I think I started when I was 16, so.
Oh, okay.
Whatever, or 17, whatever that first year is that we work. Any other announcements? The parade is coming up, and I think there's applications for that if the public is interested in participating in that.
There are applications at Lillier Insurance Company and also at Hinges and Handles.
Okay. Do we have
As well
some
as
here?
Here? Everybody's, yeah.
Okay. Great. And I think have the festival applications opened as well yet, or is that not?
Well, we're full as
Oh, it's
far
already
as,
full, okay.
yeah, the food vendors, all of them that were there last year are coming back.
Wow, that's great.
Our music lineup is full. I would say so far I've heard from 75% of the art and craft vendors,
Okay.
and they will be coming back.
Wow.
Good.
So,
That's good.
Well, that's a good sign when the
Yes, yes.
People come back.
Yeah, so the bids are
All right.
in. That it?
Yeah, is there a motion to adjourn?
I motion we take adjournment.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
6:37.
Did you ever